All right, we're at Chapter 10, our last chapter, and this is entitled Leading an Ethical Organization, Corporate Governance, Corporate Ethics, and Social Responsibility. And this is one of my favorite topics, something I review and look at very, very carefully. You can take a look at all the different aspects that are outlined in this slide. This slide is all about corporate social performance. Now that's been changed a bit. It's now called CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. And even to a further extent, you now hear the term ESG. You'll hear in the various stock market reports, the ESG index, that's the Environmental Social Governance Index of companies, and some, such as Parnassus Investments, rank people or not people so much, but organizations based on their ESG index, because they feel, and I agree with them on this, that organizations that really look at how their products, their organization, their image is impacting their local communities, their regional communities, national communities, international communities, how they're doing in the world is very, very important to their success. And there's been a lot of studies recently that have shown that this is correct, that the more people spend on their ESG or their CSR, the better off their organizations will do in the future. As far as an organization making the right decisions, here's a couple things here on this slide I want you to think about. And these are some of the decision biases or mistakes that we make when we're looking at the whole process of decision making. My favorite is the hindsight bias, when mistakes seem obvious after they've already occurred. It kind of reminds me of Laurel and Hardy's. One of their lines used to always be, "Another fine mess we've gotten ourselves into." And I still use that sometimes in some of the organizations I'm involved with, because it's just, you just look at some things and think, gosh, we should have known that. It was there. We just missed it. And just look through here and just remind yourself that while we're not perfect, we can all continue to strive to make the best decisions possible. Okay, I could go on and on about ESG and CSR and all sorts of aspects of ethical organizational conduct, but I do want you to know in the BSG, the Business Strategy Game, you will be evaluated on your ESG criteria. That is how well you handle those and respond to the markets you serve. And this is an incredibly important concept because as we've developed organizationally as a culture and as a country and as a region, ESG concepts are becoming incredibly important to consumers, incredibly important to employees, and to regulators. So keep that in mind as you move forward, not only with this class, but in your careers.